And welcome everyone to an America East chat. I'm Andy Katz, pleased to be joined by Ryan Odom from UMBC, winners of 2 in a row, a sweep of Hartford. They got UNH next. Ryan, what's been the difference of late?
Yeah, I think the defense has been a little bit better. We started out the conference season obviously not like we wanted to, 0-4, and lost a few close games, one in overtime, another one, kind of down to the wire. And we felt like we were close enough and had our opportunities, but we needed to get back to work and get to practice. The defense has improved. Short answer.
All right, so how do you make sure that that's going to translate over the next couple of weeks to be in a position to potentially make some noise in the America East tournament?
Yeah, I think we just keep doing what we've been doing recently. Obviously, scoring the ball has been tough for us. This particular season, we obviously have had our fair share of injuries this season, which, nobody wants. It happens all throughout college basketball. You see it. Teams lose guys for the season, and it's kind of the next man up mentality. And going into conference play, we did have our fair share at that point. It was hard to practice. And we've gotten, the majority of the guys back. We do have 3 guys that are not going to be able to play this year, but our lineup's kind of settled at this point. Defensively, we try to do our best to make it difficult on the opponent, and the rebounding's been a little bit better for us, and so we kind of got to stick to what we've been doing recently and find ways to win games. And as we've got a really tough conference this year. It's really competitive. A lot of even teams, at this point, so it's been a chore.
I'm curious. The culture in your program, obviously, has been one of never quitting and being sort of in it and survive in advance. How much has that permeated, despite all the injuries, despite the slow start, that you guys are really almost never out of it, that there's always a chance?
Yeah, I think that's been the mood of the team, quite honestly. I'm really proud of the way the guys have attacked this, to start 0-4 and then kind of rebound a little bit. We certainly haven't figured it out at this point because we have 6 games remaining, but to be 4-6, after starting 0-4, there's a lot to be said, for the guys in the locker room and what they've been able to do in maintaining a positive attitude and belief. And that's not easy to do when you're losing tight games and or losing, by big margins. Either way, it doesn't matter. Losses kind of, have a tendency to discourage. And our guys have taken each game, as it has come, tried to learn from each game as it's come. And I think that's really benefited us. We've talked a lot about, just being in the present and focusing on what's right in front of us, as opposed to necessarily what happened previously or what we have coming, down the rest of the season. Certainly we have a lot of tough games remaining, 3 at home and 3 on the road. But our guys have done a really good job of just focusing on what's right dead in front of us. And that might be a practice. That might be a film session. And, you hear a lot of coaches talk about that and really compartmentalizing that. And I think our guys have done a good job in that area.
How critical is it that in this league, really every game matters because you want to be at home in the tournament. The tournament is on campus sites. The championship game is on the highest seed remaining. How much does that allow you as a coach to emphasize that, look, every game is going to mean something in March?
Yeah, I think for us, I say it to my team all the time, every game's an important game, and I ask them, why is it important? And they say, because the Retrievers are playing. And that's just how we operate. Every game that we play, you only get but so many of these, and they're like gold. And you want to take advantage of those, and you want to make the most of those opportunities that you have on the court. And it's illustrated when you have guys that miss games and are out with injuries, and then all of a sudden you see them on the sideline and they're not able to go out there and kind of what it means to them. And the guys that are healthy, it gives them a little bit of a push because their buddy isn't able to play. And, so we try to focus on each and every opportunity that comes. But in our league, obviously, it's huge that the higher seed is able to get a home game. And I know a lot of that's still kind of up in the air, with who's going to be able to get the home games, at least in the first round. And, it is huge, within our league. And it provides a great atmosphere, as you've seen in years past.
So, Ryan, we're almost a couple of years removed from the historic 16-1 victory you guys had over Virginia. But this will be the second tournament since then. How much do you think that win has now been sort of that benchmark to where when we get there, that those 16 seeds will all feel like they got a chance because UMBC did it?
Yeah, no question. I think it's, there's no hiding from that at this point. And I think it also helps the number one seeds, too, because they're going to be dialed in, each and every game because it has happened before. But, you saw it last year. There were several games, that were really, really close. Obviously, Gardner-Webb and Virginia in that first-round game. So it'll be interesting to see, kind of how that plays out.
Ryan, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.